one day, perhaps billions of years from now, a distant galaxy that we can now see with a telescope might disappear from our view forever. Not because its light has gone out or something has destroyed it, but for a stranger reason. That galaxy is moving away from us at an unimaginable speed, and we will never be able to reach it again. Yes, our universe is expanding, and not just a regular expansion, but much faster than geniuses like Einstein imagined. In fact, a mysterious force is pulling galaxies apart, a force that might change the fate of the entire cosmos. Alright, let's return to the main question. Why is the universe expanding at this speed? Well, behind this lies the greatest discovery in cosmology, which is the expansion of the universe. The first time we realized the universe is expanding was about 100 years ago, when Edwin Hubble, with his telescope at the Mount Wilson Observatory, discovered that galaxies are moving away from each other. This means the entire cosmos is getting bigger and bigger, like a balloon. This strange phenomenon, known as the Hubble tension, has left cosmologists quite puzzled. A few decades later, when scientists measured the expansion rate more precisely, a frightening truth was revealed. That is, the universe is not only expanding, but this expansion is getting faster and faster. In fact, the rate of expansion of the universe, which is measured by the Hubble constant or Hubble's law, should align with predictions made based on the cosmic microwave background radiation, or CMB, which is the afterglow of the Big Bang. But newer measurements from distant galaxies and supernovae show that the universe is expanding much faster than what these models predict. This means there is something causing this acceleration. Something that we don't know at all and don't exactly understand. In fact, if gravity worked according to the usual laws of physics, the expansion rate of the universe should be slowing down, but on the contrary, its speed is now increasing. Why is this happening? There are several hypotheses to explain this discrepancy. One possibility is dark energy, an intrinsic property of space and a mysterious force that makes up about 70% of the universe's energy content, acting like an invisible pressure causing galaxies to move further apart. Some scientists think that dark energy might not be constant, but rather change over time and have a stronger effect than we previously thought. Another possibility is that our understanding of gravity and the fundamental laws of physics is incomplete. This means that perhaps Einstein's theory of general relativity needs modification on cosmic scales. There are even speculations that there might be new particles or forces that have not yet been discovered, which affect the universe in some way, but we have not been able to identify them yet. In any case, if the expansion of the universe continues, what scenarios might occur? The end of the world, freezing, fragmentation, or rebirth? Well, let's examine this topic a bit more precisely. If this expansion continues, the universe could have one of these three destinies. The first is heat death, which is one of the possible scenarios for the end of the universe, albeit in a very distant future. This theory suggests that if the expansion of the universe continues and galaxies become so far apart that no force can keep them together, stars will go out. No new stars will form either. No energy will remain, and the overall temperature of the universe will decrease more and more until it becomes a dark and frozen place. But the next scenario we will call the Big Rip. Another terrifying scenario for the end of the universe is that dark energy might be stronger than we think, and the expansion of the universe could become so intense that eventually everything will be torn apart. In this scenario, galaxies, stars, and ultimately the very fabric of space-time will disintegrate. In simple terms, the universe would stretch so rapidly and intensely that even atoms would be pulled apart. But there is another scenario for the end of the world that is different from the previous two scenarios and works in the opposite way to the Big Bang. That is, if gravity becomes stronger than dark energy in the future, the expansion of the universe might stop and everything could return to a single point. This means that, first of all, galaxies will get closer to each other. It's as if time is moving backward. Then, instead of forming, stars and planets start to collide and collapse. The temperature of the universe rises higher and higher until everything melts and burns. And eventually, the entire universe becomes a compact and dense point. That is, just like when the Big Bang happened. But here a question arises. If the universe collapses, will another Big Bang occur? This is what scientists call the Big Bounce, meaning perhaps universes are born and destroyed one after another, and this cycle continues forever. Now let's move on to a strange theory that examines the possibility that our universe is just a bubble within a larger universe. This means that perhaps we are just one of infinite other universes. Meaning perhaps there is even another universe right next to us with its own different and unique physical laws, but we can never enter it. Some even say that perhaps dark energy is due to the influence of another universe on ours. If this is true, maybe one day we will find out whether we are living in a cosmic bubble that is colliding with other bubbles or not. But what we currently know is that the universe is expanding, and it seems that this process is unstoppable. But what is its ultimate fate? Are we headed towards a frozen and dark universe? Is everything going to be torn apart? Or maybe one day this process will reverse and a new Big Bang will occur? None of these have definitive answers and are just hypotheses. Share your opinion. Do you think the universe will one day collapse or fade away? Or maybe there is an endless cycle of birth and death? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments.